If you are not born again, you can never find freedom. Never. You can never be happy. You can never be peaceful. You can never be steady. The chaos you have in your life will never stop, and you will always be confused because you are not born again. When we talk about being born again, we are not talking about being born again the Christian way. That's not what Jesus Christus Mungwi, that's not what he meant when he said you need to be born again. To be born again is not a decision. To be born again is something that happens in you. But you have to invite it. And when you invite it, one day you will become born again. And when you become born again, you will feel it. Becoming born again is an awakening. It's your consciousness that is going to shift. There is no other thing that happens. When you are born again, your consciousness shifts. That's what born again is. And consciousness doesn't just shift by chance or haphazardly. Something has to happen for consciousness to shift. And when your consciousness shifts from a mediocre state to an advanced state, you are born again. And it's a fundamental shift. Because when that shift does happen, the things that change in your life is fear. Fear goes away. And then trust comes in. Love also comes in. Seriousness comes in. Peace comes in. Awareness comes in. Understanding does happen. Letting go takes a major part in your life. Seeing things clearly and thinking very efficiently before you take action does happen. Patience takes place. Mindfulness takes place. The love for yourself takes place. It happens instantaneously. It's not something that you have to wait for it. Once consciousness is awakened, once you become born again, everything changes. Everything instantly. That's what born again is. And that's why Jesus Christus Mungwi said that when we become born again, everything becomes new. You feel it, you sense it, you live it, and then it begins to improve from there. My advice to you is that you should strive to become born again. Striving to become born again doesn't mean you have to force yourself. Yes, you have to force yourself to do a couple of things. To meditate deeply. To pray deeply. To exercise what the yogis call yoga and what I have developed called Ashingna. Because what Ashingna does for you is dismantle the clutters, the clogs, the blockages, your muscles, your veins, and every part of your body that is tight. Ashingna will loosen it up. And once that is loosened up, you are preparing yourself to become born again. When you pray, you are not praying because you are born again. You pray, you meditate, you practice yoga or Ashingna so that your body will be released from all the clutters and all the tight things that make it not to be able to be born again. And when you do that and there is the right moment at the right time, it will happen on its own. And one day you will just sit and all of a sudden an awareness, an awakening, and everything, and ease of your life will happen. You should hope for that. And you should work towards that hard. That's what spirituality is. Any other thing you do in this life, without knowing and understanding that you have to do it so that you become born again. Not the Christian way, but the way I have explained. Gaining consciousness. Once you gain consciousness, you are born again. Everything becomes new. My name is Emmanuel Malo. I want you to know that I love you very much. I am the founder and creator of Ashingna Meditation and Sabbath of My Soul and I, or My Soul and I Sabbath. If you live in Ukiah, you live in Mendocino County, I want to let you know something. We meet every Saturday at 171 Broad Street from 12 p.m. to meditate, to pray, to admonish each other, to practice Ashingna meditation. And all of that is free. To help you awaken your consciousness. We don't take money for it. We don't practice yoga for money. Because it's a taboo, it's a bad thing. We teach it for free. What God has given us for free, we should give it freely. I have paid a heavy price for what I know, but I want to give it to you for nothing, because it's a pleasure for me to do that. I love you, and I will always ask for your support. If you love me, and you love anything I teach you, and you think that you want to support me, please do. And the best way to do that is to support Mendocino Access Television, because I'm the executive director and the president of that television. That television is for the people of Mendocino. I'm a member of this community. I serve this community, and that's why I run that television. Support us. Donate for our television and support the people of Mendocino County. When you do that, you're doing that for my spiritual life, you're doing that for me, and you're doing that for the people of this community. I want you to know that I love you, and I decree a good thing upon your life. Go and let your days be blessed.